Welcome back to Endangered Species Spotlight. This week we're talking about the numbat. The numbat is a type of little marsupial that used to be found across the majority of southern Australia, but now is only found in two very small regions, kind of across the country from each other. They're classified as being critically endangered, with a population of between 1,000 and 2,000 individuals, which is not okie dokie. One of the largest reasons for the numbat being endangered is feral cats. Cats are not native to Australia, so with a large population of feral cats and free-roaming house cats, that causes a very big problem to the native wildlife, especially ones that don't have a predator similar at all to cats, like is very common in Australia. Introduced non-native foxes are also an issue for a similar reason to the feral cats, but cats seem to be much more of an issue than the foxes are. Another issue that the numbat faces is habitat loss and degradation, where the natural habitat of the numbat has been decreased so dramatically that there's really no good place for them to live, and the couple populations that are left are so far apart from each other they can't really interbreed, which is not good for genetics. Now, fortunately, these guys seem to be on the up and up. There's been a pretty successful program in Australia for removing feral cats and wild foxes from areas, and that is good for a lot of native Australian wildlife, not just the numbat. Additionally, there's quite a few different captive breeding programs in zoos around Australia, like the Perth Zoo, that focuses on capturing, breeding, and re-releasing these numbats back into their natural range. And fortunately, that does seem to be going quite well. In the early 2000s, around like 2006, these guys were doing much worse. However, there was a big push from scientists and conservationists and the public to help save these guys. And that, to all appearances, seems to be working quite well. The numbat population seems to be recovering, which is definitely a good thing. Now, conservation successes like this is a little bit easier for things like the numbat that are very cute and charismatic and unique, and a lot of people care about them, so it is very easy to get the funding and the resources and everything for saving a... There's a ghost in my house. It's a lot easier to save a cute, fluffy little marsupial than it is something like a scorpion or a spider, but regardless, this is a very good thing, and hopefully their population continues to increase.